Okay, as we've talked about finding alternative drawing sources before, this is one of my son's notebooks. You can see the notebook part of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the inside cover of it, and I'm going to find another piece of paper and fold that in half just to get a drawing surface on there and trace around the edge of that. Um, as we talked about, you want to keep it straight and you want to keep it away from the holes and the little spiral thing at the thing. And I want a clean drawing surface that I can use. So like I said, we stayed away from that edge and I put it in the middle so it's got a little bit of a border around it. Now I want to bisect this, which is cutting it in two. So I'm going to fold my paper in half and then I'm going to line that up along my edges and I should get a line straight down the center because we traced this. There is a way you can also bisect something by running a line from corner to corner and creating an X in the center of the paper. And I will kind of do parts of that later on, but you'll have to take my word for it. That's a geometry way of cutting something in half. So what we're going to do is we're going to create bilateral symmetry, which means that whatever happens on one side of the line happens on the other side of the line. I've got a couple of things to trace. You can use the tape roll or the the cap as I have. You can use a glass. I have a couple of square things that I could use. It just whatever fits inside of there. I'm lining it up in the same space on each side of that line. So with this one, it's touching the bottom and the middle line. The next one, I'll move to that larger top and I'll do it from, again, pretty much in the same space, but it'll pop it out a little bit. So you're using points that you've already laid down on the paper as reference in order to keep everything happening. Whatever I do on one side of the line, I'm going to do on the other side of the line, and that's going to set up that mirror image or bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means bi means two, and lateral means line. So basically, whatever happens on one side of that line happens on the other side of that line. So now I'm going through, this is kind of what I'm expecting by the end of today, that you're going to have a pencil line drawing together and you're going to have something on the same side. Um, Now I'm using line. And again, whatever I do on one side of that line, I'm going to do on the other side of that line. So we're getting this all together. I got all my stuff on here. We are demonstrating bilateral symmetry. And it's the end of the hour, so I'm going to share my screenshot or a picture in my chat. So I'm taking a picture and making sure everything is lined up. You need to make sure your corners are straight, that you're parallel with the paper, that it's filling the paper up. Literally, if we lost what we